It is time to call our lawyer and friend, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured, with our Ask the Lawyer segment. I'll bring Bruce on here in just a quick moment. First, want to remind you, what you're about to hear is just general legal conversation. Should not be taken as specific advice in your specific circumstances. I'll give you some contact information for Bruce L. Scheiner coming up here in just a moment as well. And you're welcome to submit questions, even though we're kind of working through a backlog here, by simply going to the website, kickscountry929.com. Please now help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How are you getting along this morning?
Doing very well, thank you. Doing very well. Signs of the times. I'm getting used to this kind of thing. I just squirted hand sanitizer all over my copy of today's question. I think I can still read it, though. You know how those things go. Little annoyances. Oh,
that's just a small inconvenience, so nothing to worry about.
Exactly. There are certainly bigger problems in the world. This backlog that we're working our way through, a lot of people have got a lot of questions, a lot of needs. Do you mind if I just go ahead and get into today's question and see where it leads us?
I'm happy to listen.
Okay, here we go. It says, my 14-year-old daughter was struggling with her classes and falling behind in her online courses. There's a lot of that going on these days. I decided to hire a tutor from the private school she attends. I am a single mom and work as a nurse during the day, so I was not present when she was being tutored. When I returned from work, my daughter was distraught. It turns out the 32-year-old tutor had sexually assaulted her. We contacted the police, and they arrested the tutor. Turns out she had a previous arrest for sexual assault 2 years prior. I contacted her school, and they indicated they had no idea about his last arrest and that he was working on his own time and that they're not responsible. My daughter has needed a lot of counseling and will continue to require costly therapy. Can a lawyer help? This much I know, a compassionate lawyer can definitely help. And I have found in these very sensitive situations that Bruce and PJ and the rest of the crew are very compassionate about these things. So, Bruce, what do you make of that?
Oh, it's a parent's worst possible nightmare.
Yeah.
Here's a young lady that's having problems, and her parents are trying to do everything they can to help. So they call for her school to send a tutor, and the person that's, should be most trusted, takes sexual advantage of her. It's just disgusting.
As if our students aren't already going through enough challenges.
Right, but the school can't just flick it off and say, it's not my problem, because the school sent the tutor to the parents, and the school has an obligation to check the background of a person that they're sending to someone's home like that. They can't just say, well, stuff happens and just, close their eyes to it.
It says here that the school says that he was working on his own time. And to me, that sounds as if they're trying to sort of label him as an independent contractor. Is that the way you take it?
Yeah, that's the way I take it, but I don't think they could hide under that rock.
To be called an independent contractor, there have to be some very certain things established, don't there?
Well, there do, but I think the most important factor is that the parent who needed help with her daughter called the school and asked for a recommendation for someone to tutor their...
Right.
It's the school that provided that person. So if the school's going to take the step of providing that person, they need to, do a little bit of due diligence before they do that.
That's an interesting point. They didn't just find somebody off of Craigslist or something like that. The school actually stepped up and said, here's somebody to help your daughter.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, she has... I'm sorry?
It's a problem woven through our society today, and it's a real shame because it's happening not only in the school tutor situation. It's happening in home health care. It's happening, in all kinds of places. And I don't know what this person could have done because, the school sent them, but everybody has to be as diligent as they can, to watch out for this and prevent this.
Absolutely. And like you say, we're hearing too much of this kind of thing. It'd be really nice if your firm never had to deal with this issue again because it simply went away. But in the meantime, it's important to get this young girl the help she needs. And that's where you come in. The question, can a lawyer help? A lawyer can absolutely help in this situation, but you got to find the right one, in my opinion.
I agree wholeheartedly, Todd. Thank you.
And I know that your firm has dealt with this on numerous occasions, and you'll take extra special care to make sure that this young girl gets what she needs. Bruce, thank you again for weighing in. I know you're still working from home, right? The office hasn't reopened yet.
That is correct.
Okay.
We still have a small staff in the office just to take care of things, but everybody's on their phone and on their computer ready to help our clients. And, we're doing remote depositions, remote hearings, and whatever needs to be done.
So there's really nothing you found so far that you can't do, even though the office isn't open yet. You can still handle everyday business.
Well, the office is, in fact, open, but it's open virtually.
Correct. Yes, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. That's the good way of looking at it, that virtually and electronically you can get all the services that you need.
Right. I don't think we missed the beat with people working from home as opposed to in the office.
I know.
Except I terribly miss being around with my fellow employees.
Yeah.
And, I enjoy seeing them every day and working closely with them.
Well, things are getting better, so fingers crossed you'll be able to return to that environment sooner rather than later.
I hope you're right, Todd.
Bruce, thanks again. We'll continue to work our way through this backlog of questions, and we'll speak to you next Wednesday.
I'm looking forward to it, Todd. Thank you very much.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Let's give it up again for Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. And let me let you know how to contact Bruce if you have any questions whatsoever. Call the Port Charlotte office at 941-743-7777, 743-7777. Tell them Todd Matthews sent you. Kicks Country 92.9.